What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey the Brute Daniels. Another glorious day because it's another episode of the Indie Corner where I sit down with everybody from the NEM'S community, writers, artists, directors, producers. Doesn't matter if you're in the game, I want to talk to you. And today we have a returning guest, one of my favorite people in the game. He is the creator of Blood Wars, Phoenix Throne. Give it up, everybody, for David Nemesis. Howard.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am so glad to be back here with you, Dre. Man, you are one of my favorite people. You make some of the coolest comics out there. And I've had you on my show before, and I am honored to be here to, pimp. Let's be honest. I'm pimping out my stuff. So
sell those wares. But it's good to have you back here, my brother. How have things been going?
Hey, they've been going well. Keep it busy. I am writing like a madman, trying to get it all out. I'm about to start a new job too, so I got to get all my writing done while I can. But so I've got this new comic coming up though with this new universe that I've launched, but I'm still writing on my other projects as well. But I am really excited about this one, and I'm really excited to share it with you and your audience. So
absolutely. So let's just talk about it a little bit. So we got the Phoenix Throne has dropped, and give us a little rundown. How did this come to be?
Well, this is an idea that's been kicking around my mind for a long time. I mean, I love a lot of different genres, but my favorite is horror and science fiction. Those are my two favorite genres, and this is a pure science fiction book. Basically, the best way I could sum it up for you is if you took Dune in one hand and you took Game of Thrones in the other hand and you smash those two things together, you've got Phoenix Throne. That's what it is.
That makes sense.
And yeah, so we're talking 26th century here. It's almost the 27th century in our setting. We still are stuck in our solar system, and Earth has become just a horrible place to live, and we're going to get to that in other books. But meanwhile, there's these two factions. One lives around Saturn, one lives around Jupiter, and this series is focusing on the people who live around Jupiter, specifically the moon Ganymede. And the ruler of Ganymede sits on the Phoenix Throne. There's a real ingenious title there. So what we have here is a bunch of intrigue and politics, sex, deception, lies, warfare, trying to unseat Queen Elizabeth as she is trying to hold on to the Phoenix Throne. And why this is happening, as the series unfolds, you're going to find out all about that. And you're also going to find out about this culture, which is, it's one of the things that I really am proud of, because we've created this transhumanist culture where they're trying to fuse humanity and machines. And that's what they think the future of humanity is. But meanwhile, they're religious. So they've taken technology and fused that with religions. All of the Earth's religions only are there, and created a new religion. And so that is a huge part of it as well. So really, you do have that Game of Thrones aspect where you have the religious, the political, the warfare. Now, we have sex in it, but I'm sorry, folks. You're looking for erotica. You don't have that. We have sexual situations, but I'm not going full Game of Thrones, and you know what I'm talking about out there. So.
Absolutely, and as always, Nem, your creativity level and your attention to detail has always been top tier in the game. So before we get into your Fund My Comic, because I'm definitely interested in seeing all the cool perks you got going on. Apparently, you have a trailer. Let's check out that trailer right now.
Keeper of the royal armament, sword of restoration, prophetess of technology, and defender of the faith. I am Elizabeth Arnev of the House of Beatitude, and none shall dislodge me from the Phoenix Throne.
All right, if that trailer doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what else will. But let's jump into the murky waters with your Fund My Comic. As of recording right now, we're over 58% there. 28 days to go. So I already know what my audience is going to ask, and what precisely are you using the funding for? That's always the big kicker.
Well, first off, I just want to tell everybody, the book is done. The book is completely finished. So you do not have to worry about that. You're not going to wait a year to get a book, all of that stuff. The book is finished. So what we're going to use these funds for are to print the books, and be able to get them out to all of you. And then if people buy the other merch that we have available, get those as well and get those all delivered to everybody. But it's all for fulfillment. The actual production of the book, 100% done, worded, everything. I'm looking over here right now. I've printed out test copies for myself. I'm looking at a box of them over there. So,
and that's always the way to do it. So, folks, this book is done and ready to rock and roll, which is always what we should be aiming to do anyway in the indie sphere, is having a finished product so folks don't have to wait 47 decades to get the book and everything like that. But it's really and that's the way it's supposed to be done. So I'm checking out the Fun My Comic now, and I'm seeing a lot of cool new characters. Queen Yosebet. Now, you don't need to go into spoilers, Nev. I have no desire to get into spoilers. But these characters are pretty much otherworldly, and I'm really feeling those designs. Especially the Baron Dominic Victor. I have to ask, where did this concept come from with the design of these characters?
Well, there's two things. One is that I love a game. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there is a tactical war game out there called Warhammer 40K.
I'm familiar. Yep.
I love Warhammer 40K. I have played it in the past. Unfortunately, I am not as rich as I used to be, and that is a rich man sport. So it costs a lot of money to do, but it is fun. But yeah, so that was part of it. But I grew up, I love Battletech, I love Mech Warrior, like I said, I love Dune. So I got all these ideas in my head, and then I love history as well. So all of that kind of rolled into this, and then I'm watching Game of Thrones, and that came into it. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a mix of all those things coming together in the weirdness that is my head, the stew that is my brain, and it kind of mixes all together. And then this idea came out, but really the idea came like most of my ideas, which is I was sitting there watching a documentary about genetics, and I go, what if? And I sat down, and this was like 6 years ago, and I started writing. And I wrote 600 pages of history for this world.
Oh my God.
From 2017 all the way up to 2587 of what was going on. And I wrote out the technology and everything. So I had the whole world. So then once I had it all, I kind of looked at it, and I was going to tell a story over here, and then thought, well, wait a minute. I'm already doing another novel series, and I don't have time to write another novel at the moment. But I was like, but I could tell a comic book series that would be really cool here. And I said, well, wait a minute, these are all visuals. We're in space. We got battles. We got mechs. We want to see that stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was like, wait a minute, this is a comic book too. And then I said, well, if I'm going to tell a comic book, I need to start over here with the mechs and stuff, Yeah. And that's where it came. And then, so I sat down, and then, I've already written all this history, and I know what the snapshot in time is. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to tell the story, the first story to tell to set everybody up for the Blood World universe is what's going on with this Phoenix Throne, and the fact that Isabet is there as a queen, but the Baron and the Duke are her uncle and cousin respectively. And all is not well in their family. That's all I'm going to say.
That's the best way to do it. There's one thing everybody can relate to is family problems. I'll tell you that. So that's really good. After peeling through your entire Fun My Comic, I see a bunch of different tiers. I see digitals, I see prints, I see all types of goodies going on here.
We're also offering for the first week, so up until, I'm not sure when this will come out, but up until June 17th, we're offering early adopter. So I'm giving discount. So digital is 40% off. So we're offering you 32 pages digital for $3. And physical is 20% off because, physical is a little more expensive.
Yes,
but still, we're offering you 32 pages for $8. So,
That's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. And that's a heck of a layout. And that's man, I as always, you're doing great stuff over there. So that does not
Thank you.
surprise me in the slightest. But here's the kicker, Nim. Here's the real question here.
Yep.
So this is going to be issue number 1.
Yep.
How far is this series going to go?
Well, here's the thing. Blood World, in my mind, is a living universe. So even if this series ends, Blood World doesn't. It keeps going. However, I don't see this series, from your lips to God's ears ending anytime soon. I want to just keep building on this, on the story of the Phoenix Throne while it builds into other things. But I already have another creator who is writing a series in this universe called Fellhand, and he's doing a book. I got another guy who's coming in who's going into the Bloodlands. He's writing a book. So it's my universe, but people want to take part in it, and they're going to be writing stuff in it, and I'm going to be writing other stuff as well. So, but the big difference I'm going to say is, unlike, and I won't name names, once somebody dies in this universe, they're gone. They're not coming back. History moves on. The world moves on, because last time I checked, depending on what you believe, there's only one person that's come back from the dead.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the way to do it. Have real consequences. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So, yeah, so everything looks good. I think this is going to be once again, another great addition to the Blood Wars franchise that you've already been cranking out for quite some time now. I think this is going to be a really, really great franchise, and knowing you and how obsessive you are, this is going to be a really great run. So I'm really, really excited for this, and I'm pretty sure my audience is as well. So everybody go and check out Blood World Phoenix Throne number 1 on Fund My Comic, and I will leave the link to that in the description section below. So Nem, tell me, where can everybody find you? Where can people get in touch with you? Lay it on down for us, brother.
Absolutely. So besides the Fund My Comic, on pretty much everywhere. So TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram. Well, just 4 places. I'm the same handle everywhere, at Nemesis FC2. So go check it out. If you want to go to my website, it's dwhoward.com. Get on there, sign up for my mailing list and the newsletter. I've got sample chapters for my books, and I put up artwork up there that I send out to everybody. I'm planning on offering special offers and stuff as well. So we're going to be doing some fun stuff as we keep growing this thing. I will say, I shared this yesterday, but we're planning on doing some cool things. We want to do a tactical minis game like Warhammer 40K with this eventually. We want to do one of our stretch goals is listed as a sticker pack, but we're actually doing, if you remember the old color forms.
Oh, yeah.
Toys. Yeah. So we're doing color forms with our space monkeys, which is a fun little ad we did. So we're doing cool stuff like that. But the first thing we have to do is you got to get on there and back it. So come check us out. Give us your backing, and we won't let you down. You will enjoy it. So
that's what I'm talking about. So Nem, I really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing all of this great work. As always, as I love to say on the show, you're doing the Lord's work, and
amen.
You're taking care of it. You're doing good things, and always being good to the independent community and all the fans. You always take good care of them. So keep up the great work, my friend.
Thank you. And thank you for having me on. And I will see everybody out there on the interwebs as we talk comics. So
exactly. So everybody, that there is David Nemesis Howard. Definitely check him out on all his links. I'm going to leave them in the description section below. And who am I? I'm Dre, the Brute Daniels. Follow me on all my dope social media platforms. I'll put them right under my face. They're not there yet, but they will be. At the Brute00 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I feel like being silly on TikTok. And to all the other independent comic fans, definitely check out my comic Trouble the Rhythm Within. The graphic novel is available. I'll also leave a link to that in the description section below. As always, everybody, you have been fan-freaking-tastic. This has been the Indie Corner, and I will catch you all next time.